Disclaimer. Before this video starts, I just want to say that this video contains some disturbing content. So if you're not the type of person which enjoys that type of stuff, I would advise that you go watch something else. But now that we're done with that, let's move on to the actual video. When it comes to me talking about horrible, fucked up people on the internet, it's not necessarily something that's new to me and my channel. Time and time again, I always manage to return to these topics for some mysterious and strange reason. And the person we're going to be talking about is someone which is apparently a self-proclaimed pedophile that goes by the name of Glendon Cameron. So, let's get into the video, folks. Now, at first when it comes to this guy, I originally just believed that he was some idiot which just exposed himself on the internet for being a pedophile. Like many of these individuals on the internet which do horrible shit like that and unironically think that they're just going to be not open to hate because they just admitted who they are. But no, instead of that, this guy is far worse, because he unironically committed a crime, which was having sexual intercourse with a minor, and instead of, I don't know, turning himself into the police or just backing off, instead he decided to go do it on multiple occasions and try and justify his actions by saying, you know what, the crime has already been committed. So instead of, I don't know, turning myself into the authorities, instead I shall just continue to do this regardless of whatever the fuck happens next. And basically that's what he says throughout the entirety of his video. He says that throughout his video that, well, he's hooked up with multiple underage girls and has unironically did all this horrible shit. And throughout his video he also tries to compare himself to R. Kelly, in which in that case I just have to say, dude, we get it, you're a fucking horrible person, but trying to compare yourself to R. Kelly doesn't really justify shit, and I think we already understand by your point that you apparently have some type of appetite for young children, because that's what he says, that R. Kelly had an appetite and he let it ruin his life. Yet this moron is recording a video and posted it to YouTube and is acting like that's not going to ruin his life. Even though he showed his face, even though he was being 100% honest, and even sounded somewhat enthusiastic about this topic, which in all honesty is just fucking disgusting. The fact that this man was going into very explicit detail about the shit that he was doing, and even brags about it to some extent, even saying some horrible shit like, oh yes, it's not like I was holding a gun to their heads, it was completely their choice, is honestly just a very fucking stupid analogy. Because first of all, it doesn't really justify shit and it doesn't make it right. Just because you weren't holding someone hostage and threatening their life doesn't necessarily justify the fact that you were fucking committing a crime and that you did that shit on multiple occasions. The fact that no one has actually cracked down on this guy like how people did with EDP, honestly, is kind of fucking surprising, because you would think that when it comes to someone like I don't know, someone like this guy, which ironically exposes himself to the internet, out to the world, basically saying that he committed these fucking crimes on purpose with no fucks given. It even went to a further extent to talk about stuff which he did, which didn't really include children, but still was fucked up. Really fucking says a lot, you know, because you expect that at an age where everyone's just like, oh yes, we need to go get rid of these fucking child predators, that someone would do something about this guy, but no, that's apparently not the case. But at the end of the day, I really hope that this guy ends up going to jail, because people like this shouldn't be able to walk free. Considering the fact that he's done this with multiple women and still continues to go do it apparently, is honestly fucking disgusting. And it honestly makes me hope that no young girl has to go deal with this again, because no one should have to go deal with this in the first place, and I feel like the justice system should do its thing and fucking arrest this guy already, so he shouldn't do this to anyone ever again. But, that's all I had to say. I'm Mobile360, and, yeah, I'm out.